Hi guys, my name is Neil. In today's episode, I am going to be talking about our little adventure when me and Callum went to Krakow, Poland. So, we reserved one day to go to this place called the Auschwitz concentration camp. So, it's a bit unusual for me to do this episode. Uh, I don't know how to edit it or how to present the video basically, but I'm hoping you're going to be seeing what I can see from my point of view of what Auschwitz is. I love history. I love world history. So as much as possible, I wanted to learn history from all over the place. And the reason being that I'm doing this is I wanted to know what happened on that said era, and also to pay respect to those victims of the tragedy. It's a very emotional experience for me to go to Auschwitz, and I'm hoping with this video, I hope you will learn something from this as well. So, thank you guys. So upon entering the gates of Auschwitz Center, we saw this sign on the top of the gates, and it clearly says they're match free, but in English it says it means work will set you free. So we went to our first building called Block 4, and it's called the Extermination Building. We saw these pieces of paper which shows the names and the reason why they were brought to the concentration camp over here. We walked through another room called Road of Death. There are lots of photos of real life people who was brought in the concentration camp in a train. Women, children, elderly, kids, handicapped, all lined up to be sent directly to the gas chambers as they had no idea. And then we went to another building called Building 5, Block 5. This is the material of proofs. This is the most difficult block to walk into. The belongings you see in these clips are from the prisoners of Auschwitz. You see tons of eyeglasses taken from them before sending them to the gas chambers. You will also see Jewish prayer shawls that was also taken, and one of the most upsetting things I saw there was the prosthetic limbs, the braces and the crutches, and anything else for the handicap. They're all taken before sending them to the gas chambers. The prisoners of these camps were told that they will have a better life soon. You can see that they have their names and addresses from their suitcases, and they were promised that it will be returned to them once they were done working at the camp. One more room that I find difficult is the shoe room, where you can see 40,000 pairs of shoes. I couldn't help to stare and think about whose shoes belongs to. Another room was full of human hair, like braids, ponytail. We're not allowed to video that. And then we went to another building, which is Block 7. This is the living and sanitary conditions of the prisoners during their first few weeks of the camp's existence. You can see its terrible conditions of the rooms. As we walked through the hall, we saw some photographs of people who were kept in Auschwitz. You can see the uniforms they wear are striped pajamas, and their prisoner numbers across their chest. It also shows how long they lived at the concentration camp. It's usually only a few months. And then we walked to the building, which is Block 11. This is where the prisoners were experimented on and where they are tortured. So this is the room for men who had been sentenced to be shot at the death wall. They need to remove their clothes, leave their clothes behind, and then they have to walk to the death wall. Right outside building block 7, there is a wall at the end of the gate. You will see the death wall over here. This is where people lined up, sometimes in groups, sometimes individually, where they are executed. As we walk along the area, we went to enter one of the gas chambers. As you can see, the walls, the floors, everything is dark and ugly. So this is where you can see also the corridors, the stove, where they put all the pesticides and anything to kill the prisoners. They put all the prisoners here all naked and all packed like a sardines, and eventually kills them. With a short 3-minute shuttle bus, we ended up in Birkenau extermination camp. This is where the train came in with the prisoners, and the selection takes place. They choose the one who are healthy and strong and work in the labor camp, and the rest was sent to the gas chambers. Here you see the ruins of one of the largest gas chambers in the camp. This right here is where the prisoners live. There is about 8 people that live in each bunk bed. Some people don't have a choice, but they have to sleep in the walk area if there's no spaces in the bunk area. Visiting a place like this and facing the reality of what happened before and seeing the proof right in front of my eyes still makes it difficult to grasp.